Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade
Shade
and the
in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we're getting into our favorite, your favorite. It's everybody's favorite. It is Before the 90 Days. Season 6, episode 11. We're getting up there, but they be doing like 20.
I didn't understand the name of it.
You
St.
know
Elmo's Fire.
what is it?
St. Elmo's Fire.
I didn't understand it either. See, I thought maybe that had something to do with the castle, but then I was like,
I
no.
thought so too, but then they didn't say anything about it.
Because
So
then I was like, well, St. Elmo's makes me think of like a volcano or something, but nothing was erupting. So I guess it was, I don't know. You drop down in the comment, Shay Squad, if you can explain the titles, because TLC can never do it. We'll hear for it. We appreciate it. But y'all, new viewers, thank you for joining us. And Shay Squad, thank y'all for coming back and supporting us as always. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit that like button.
and that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it because I got to read for Amanda's ass. And let's get shady. First read for Filth Up, Amanda and Razvan. Now, they have finally done the do, okay? And she feels a lot closer to him. And she also felt a type of way about his friend Deanna calling her toxic. So she realized that she wanted to be a better partner.
I was actually proud of her for that. Because remember, initially when Deanna was talking to her, she just kind of deflected and was like, oh, it's because she likes him and all this other stuff. She wasn't self-reflecting at all.
I see where you're going. But I don't think Amanda thinks like that.
Well, she just did. She just said she was self-reflecting.
No, I think that's bullshit. I think she said, oh, I think she likes him and she might be fucking him. So let me go ahead and I don't think anything was genuine about them having sex. Except for the fact that maybe she was a little horny. It's been about 2 weeks she been there. So, she got a little horny and then the homegirl called you out and, came out showing you what that thing be like. So now you really got to show him what your thing be.
Oh, so she was like, sex with me.
But I don't know. I think what I'm saying is I think it was more of a competitive thing. I don't think it had anything to do with her really wanting to connect with him emotionally. I'm sorry. Y'all know I do not see it for Amanda. So anyway, Razvan says that, I'm sorry. So Razvan feels that, she's been so distant, but he didn't feel that last night and he loved it. So he plans to take her to Dracula's castle that day. And he was supposed to be shooting a video during this time, if y'all remember. But he decided to cancel all plans or postpone the video so he can spend more time with her. But he really says it's to not make her uncomfortable.
Now, I thought that was romantic. I didn't necessarily think going to Dracula's castle was romantic, but I thought it was super sweet that he's like, you know what? She don't want me to do it. I'm going to chill. I'm going to spend a day with my boo. That's what we're going to do. I thought that was super sweet.
Look, somebody else on TikTok gonna find you, Razvan. Don't worry about this heifer. Now, Amanda, they go to visit the castle. They seem to be having a good time, very playful. And then once they get up there, or Razvan is still hopeful that Amanda will stay like this and hopes that she stays committed. Now, they see this
torture chamber area.
Right. And they see this interrogation chair. So she suggested Razvan sit in it. And he's like, well, no, bitch, because you don't never like to answer no questions. So I would like you to sit in it. And nobody actually ever sits in the chair, but there are some questions that are asked. And he basically
was ready.
Right. He basically said, I guess maybe that's why he wanted to do this. So he says to her, when are you gonna tell the kids? Because my visa got approved. We learned that happened. And now he's coming to America. So she's like, I don't know about that yet. I gotta ask them, see how they feel. And he's like, well, what happens if they're not like cool with it? And I will say, as a mother myself, in this moment, I don't know if I could be mad at Amanda. You haven't had an opportunity to really talk to your kids about this. And even if you do talk to them and try to explain, oh, mommy's in love, that doesn't mean they're going to go for it. And so I get where she's coming from. What pisses me off and why I'm about to read her for filth is because I think that you knew when you went over here, you were just looking for a free vacation, some TV time.
I don't think it was a free vacation.
And some good sex. So therefore, by the time she gets her 90-day check, it would have been a free vacation. So therefore, I personally feel like you shouldn't have played with this boy.
What happened to you, devil? What happened to you playing devil's advocate?
No, because she's playing with this boy heart and he is like, he's all in. But my issue is that from what we've seen from Razvan, he's been all in the whole time. She's the only one that's been like this ever since she got over there. But remember, before she got over there, I am in love with you. You said me. She was doing all of that.
Okay. I'm going to be the one that gives her the benefit of the doubt. I think he's all in because he can be. She can't be all in. I think she went over there. She didn't have no conversations with her kids. Fix your face. Fix your face. She went over there to make sure that they even have a real connection before she mentions it to her kids. You don't tell your kids about every dude that you meet or every dude that you date, especially with what happened to her husband. She's like, boo, I want to make sure.
Just go over there on my booty call vacation. And that's what this is. I'm not going to give you no hope. And I damn sure wouldn't be expecting or thinking that, oh, maybe he'll propose to me if I know that's not what it is and I can't make a decision without having a conversation with my kids first. Go ahead. I don't like her. She lets him know that, yeah, she's not going for it. And Amanda, said seeing him happy made her happy, but she isn't 100% sure about him coming to the US so soon. And tells him she's just not sure when she's going to share it. And then she feels like he's being pushy and they move on to the next topic.
He was being pushy.
He was being pushy. And then the next time that we see him or them, Amanda is like,
makeup, like she don't give a damn.
Right.
Like
I was going to say, not really giving a damn.
Like she was about to run these streets.
Right. And she said that her and Razvan had a fight last night and she told him that they're too different and they're just not going to work. And I said, God damn, did you say it like that?
It sounded like
and she asked him for his plan when he comes to America, and he apparently got defensive. Now, I'm not going to lie, this was the one time I was with Amanda because I was like, yeah, you got to have a plan. You can't just, and I mean, granted, it is a tourist visa. I don't know how long it lasts, but even if so, you can't just come over. I don't know what your TikTok money be looking like. I don't know, but you have to have a plan. You can't just come sit up in my house with me and my kids and not be doing nothing.
Well,
and he was like, oh, I'll be pursuing my dream.
Your plan needs to include where you're going to stay. Because
now, I think if he said that, things would work out.
It would be totally different. Oh yeah, I can go get an Airbnb for whatever. Because what I can't have is my husband that passed away a year ago, and now I have just some man. I'm back from vacation. Now I got another man in the house around him, and they like looking at me like, who is this?
That's a great point.
And who the hell want to have some strange man around their kids anyway?
I said this is the one time I agreed with her. I just think that she misled him. And again, I'm going to go back to the point of episode 1 and episode 2, where she was telling her sister she was hoping for a damn engagement ring and then got over there and completely flipped it and reversed it. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying she's wrong for protecting her kids or But even still, if you were so worried about your damn kids and how they felt, you don't leave for fucking 3 weeks.
What I think needs to happen, or what he should have suggested, was I can get an Airbnb. You know, we can meet up, have dinner or something. You can introduce it to your kids if you feel comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Or, you know, in passing, I can be leaving the ice cream shop when you coming in and, hey, what's up? Da da da.
I don't think she wants him in the US. That's what I'm saying. I think it was all bullshit. I think it was all bullshit. Just my opinion. Drop down in the comment, Shade Squad. Let me know what you think. But again, I've already told y'all, Amanda has been playing in our face and his face. Her and Julio would make a great couple. So
Just
then, what'd you say?
Just bullshitting each other.
So she said that, you know, she ain't trying to fund his dreams. He doesn't feel supported. And then after that, it went downhill. You know, production goes talk to Razvan. He outside looking at the birds and shit, all upset, all hurt. You know, and he says that while they fought, she compared him to Jason. And I said, we have not had any time to heal. Again, if you wanted to go for an international booty call, nobody was upset about that. But the fact is, you made this man
all them hours for no damn booty call.
You made this man think that there was an actual future. You projected like you wanted an actual future, and then you got over there and showed your whole ass.
I don't think it was BS from the beginning. I think that is what she wanted initially. I just think that her feelings changed when she got over there.
What? Because there was too many products on the bathroom counter. Like, she was an ass. She had a
no. She felt uncomfortable.
She even got off the plane.
She felt uncomfortable. She felt guilty. She was having all these emotions when she got there. But when she was home and talking just over the phone, she don't feel like she really doing nothing wrong. She was fine with it.
So she didn't feel guilty when she booked the flight?
No.
She didn't feel guilty when she asked her sister to watch the kids?
She was excited. She was excited. She wanted a ring on her finger. It was when she got there that she was like, oh shit, reality hit. This man is really in my face. This man really wants something. This man really want to move with me. He really want to be a family. Now reality starting to set it. Before,
but then that's when I think that's when, I guess what makes me mad about her, that's when you have to be honest and say, hey, sweetheart, I'm not there. It's not gonna be there. Because
what if that's what she's doing now? Because it's only been a week or two. So she's probably still trying to work through that, trying to figure out how she feels. And now she's like, you know what, it ain't gonna work.
Okay.
So maybe what you're saying that she should have done is what she's doing now. You know what? I realize we're too different. It ain't gonna work.
All I know is that Paul Razvan is just brokenhearted.
I feel bad for him. I do feel bad for him.
But I also think that Razvan loves love, and clearly, you know.
Look, is he a Pisces?
Look, right? I was just thinking that same thing. Is he a Pisces? I think that he loves. I think that he'll be okay. He'll probably find somebody else on the internet that'll fall in love with. But I don't know. I think Amanda, again, I believe in healing. I believe in getting your shit together before you go try to mix with somebody else's shit. Razvan needs to do the same thing. It seems like he's not completely healed from his divorce either. But that's why, as Deanna said, this relationship was kind of bound to fail because it's a little toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And that was did you have anything to add to Razvan? And
nope, I said
okay.
Jasmine and Gino are taking a cooking class to make empanadas. I'm telling you, this look good. I love me some.
We need to do it. I was literally thinking, I was like, we need to do an empanada making.
I'm all for it. I love me some empanadas.
I love an empanada.
Gino,
it can't be too dry. It got to be nice crust.
Let me tell you something.
The place bite into it. It got to be real rich. It's just
place up the street from here. Oh my God.
I'm usually a food truck empanada girl. I don't know why.
You know the stuff that come. Look, now we saw.
I'm sorry, we don't went on a whole rant about empanadas. My bad.
We'll talk about it later. So Gino said that he's seen some positive changes, and things have been going really well. And the only thing that needs to be resolved is the issue with his family. So he feels there's no better time like the present. Let me hit up Dana on FaceTime. And Jasmine looked like she ready for war.
Yes, she is.
So immediately, Gino wants to address, the issue. And Dana says that he knows Gino, and he knows that he loves Jasmine, but he's like, I don't know you. So when he wrote that
And
message,
I don't know if you love this motherfucker or you just playing.
exactly, he said he was having some doubts. So Jasmine wants him to elaborate. He said that she gets a lot of facial and hair treatments, and knows that being with Gino comes with those benefits. So Jasmine said the only one she got to prove her love to is Gino, boo.
I loved her response. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So,
I mean, she could have been nicer, but that's not who she is.
he said all he hears about is the arguments, and he doesn't think that that's love. She said, yeah, they argue. Okay, that's what couples do. She said, but he's not a baby, he's grown.
And again, I'm gonna have to hit up Christina. And again, what does that have to do with you?
With you, exactly. She said, and he don't need no babysitters. And anything he's done for me, it came from his heart. Okay. And she said she's tired of the assumptions. Dana basically said, it's really none of his business. And basically he wasn't trying to be rude or mean or whatever. Jasmine says that she really don't buy it. She feels like Dana really just feels like she's a gold digger. And Gino is just glad that the conversation kind of, they was able to get through it without an argument. But he knows there still needs to be some resolve because family is important to him. And he know his girl. He know Jasmine ain't over it. So he feels that because things are going good and they're in a good place, it's the best time to address some of his concerns. And he tells her there's been times where she would make comments about his family and how they shouldn't be involved in their business. And he was like, I really wish you wouldn't do that because they ain't going nowhere. And she apologized and said, she'll work on it, but it gives her anxiety thinking that, he would just up and leave her because his family don't like her. And he's like, no, absolutely not. He said that they would have to have a conversation.
I was actually proud of Jasmine in this moment.
Because she was vulnerable and she was telling how she felt. I said, well, because normally she just blows up and you're like, what the hell happened? She don't know.
It makes me think, that she's going to therapy on her own. Because she's recognizing the behaviors that are problematic. You get what I'm saying? And being able to catch them. Now, what my issue is she knows it. Let's see if she just says, this is the way I am. Because like she said, I've been this way all my life. So I'm proud of her for recognizing. I just want to see change.
Well, honestly, I think she's already started to because of the way
started, but again, her defense mechanism, and when she gets over to the US, which I really feel like Jasmine was already over here, y'all. I'm pretty sure when his family says anything wrong to or anything that she deems that may be offensive, she's gonna pop off.
I feel like most people would. He said that, he would have to have a conversation with his family, try to come to some common ground and figure out what's going on. And he told her basically not to worry about none of that. And she said that she's scared of losing him because of his family. And she has never been to the US. And basically his family already hates her. He told her that he wants her to be excited about meeting his family and wants her to work on handling her emotions, and basically everything else will fall into place. And she agreed. So like Tree,
I actually probably thought out of the whole season I'm not whole season, we're on episode 11, but this is the first probably episode I really enjoyed Gino and Jasmine. Outside of her snatching off his hat. That's priceless. But actually see them be peaceful, getting along, having fun, no real toxicity. It was actually really cute. And again, it goes back to your point. It makes you really realize they actually like each other. Like this romance is really real, even though it's really weird.
Cleo and Jane is on her way to confront Christian. Christian is explaining to production, the message that he sent to Cleo. And basically, she was calling him all types of names, calling him manipulator,
He called him a
gaslighter,
psychopath.
psychopath. And this man asked her, "Do you like even know me?" Clearly not, sir. Clearly not, because she didn't know that you were all these things. The hell? And then he says that, he feels like she's blowing it out of proportion. Definitely a gaslighter. We got one there, checked off, blowing it out of proportion. So they get to the
I'm
house.
laughing because the same energy I have for Amanda, it seems like you have for Christian.
Oh, I definitely have it for Christian. I definitely have it for Christian.
That's funny.
So they get to the house. She introduces him to Jane. He makes it clear that it's super awkward as hell for him because he knows that they was in the car talking shit on the whole way there. He's like, "This your homegirl, this is me meeting her for the first time," and Cleo don't even give a damn. But she jumped right in and told him that because he lied, she's struggling to understand where he stands. He tries to say that he was trying to double check to make sure it was okay revealing it. And she said she made it very clear that she was open to sharing it. And since when has she not stuck with what she said? I said, okay, Virgo.
You stupid.
Okay. And basically she was like, and what would give you the impression that I changed my mind? Now, some way, somehow, in his mind, he didn't lie, but it's giving very much manipulator. And even her homegirl, Jane, thinks that he's full of it. And feels the only reason why he admitted that he had sex is because she challenged him about it. Now, this dumbass told her that he feels really grouped up on. Sir, Jane hardly said anything. Like, what? So
Jane
anyway,
really just said, well, maybe there's.
I think she said one thing. She literally said one thing, but I guess maybe her energy is giving it because Jane did. She came in with some energy.
Yeah,
But
she did.
he asked her to excuse
She was
her.
like, I wish you would say something stupid.
I'll jump across this chair, boy. But she did. She excused herself, and he said he feels like it's a lot going on. He doesn't even know if he can be in this relationship anymore. The nerve of you. Like, who wants to be with a liar anyway? The nerve.
It's a little harsh.
I think what he did was pretty harsh. First of all, you was acting real crazy when your family was talking mess. You was switched up on her when your family was talking mess.
As Christian said, I'm going to play devil's advocate. He is not, if he was ashamed, he would, as you said, he would not be on here on national television having it filmed.
Guess what? Guess what? People are entitled to have second thoughts and have doubts. Okay, so initially he might have not felt that way, but that doesn't mean that that's what is given right now. But regardless, what you need to do is have conversations about that and not get on national TV and lie about what the hell y'all agreed on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So he tells her that he was trying to double check with her before, he did or said anything to make her uncomfortable. And then when he was trying to explain it over the phone, she didn't let him get a word out. And then he said that, he felt some type of way that she was calling him all these names and he can't be in a relationship with someone like that. So she apologizes for not filtering herself. She said she was upset and she was struggling to understand why he would hide that they were intimate. And, it made her feel that he's just not ready to date someone who is
he's not ready to love.
That he was not ready to date someone who's transgender publicly. And he said he doesn't care what society thinks. That's not what it's giving. He said that he did let his family's thoughts get to him for a brief moment.
It's okay to have second thoughts.
But he spoke to her about it. He spoke to her about it, and it did upset her, but she understood. He didn't speak to her about this.
Okay. You got Nels has points sometimes.
But he says that he doesn't like the fact that she's questioning him about the truth. And she told him that, she's giving him the benefit of the doubt. She's trying to understand his perspective, that he has second thoughts about the fact. First of all, he cut her off when she said second thoughts. Okay, I was like, hold up. sir,
Because he was like, bitch, stop saying it.
let me get out what I want to say. She was like, look, she looked so frustrated. She was like, okay, that's not what I was going to say. Okay, sir. But she was like, having second thoughts about the fact that she'd be comfortable telling everyone that they were intimate. So he says that it was a rough day for the both of them, and he believes that, it'll bring them a little closer. So they hug it out. He told Jane that he wants to start over, hang out, go get some drinks, get drunk, and she doesn't really seem like she's there for it, but she wants to support her friend. So she's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really fuck with you anyway. Cleo and Jane walk outside. She let her know that she actually feels bad for him because, for questioning him. And Jane is like, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't,
Virgo.
huh?
She feels bad for him and for questioning him. I was just saying, you want to claim the Virgo.
Guess what though? I'm gonna tell you something else when we offer here. I'm gonna tell you something else when we offer, because listen, she is a Virgo, but she's a different type of Virgo. She says basically she really don't fuck with him like that. She don't like his attitude and the way that he was coming at her. She told her to stay guarded. Look, keep your heart.
Stay ready.
Look, she said, keep your heart, okay? Like
Keep
3
your heart.
Stacks said, keep your heart, okay? She said she doesn't want building.
Play your part.
I can't stand it. She said she doesn't want her building a castle in sand that's gonna collapse. What's up? Okay, Jenny. Tell her.
My favorite. It is about that time, Shade Squad. If you have not already, please make sure you hit that like button
and that subscribe button.
Because y'all know I'm gonna give y'all Tyray. That's who we're talking about. It's Tyray. Okay. Now Tyray is sitting at this restaurant, waiting to meet Carmella. And surprise, Carmella actually exists. I mean, we knew she existed. She was a person, but like she's a real person. She's the real girl. And my only thing was when she arrives, Tyray, I don't know if it was nerves. I don't know. He didn't pull out the chair for the girl. He didn't get up to greet her.
I think he's not used to dating.
Oh, but you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There were a lot of things that he did not do. First of all, he sat there and drank, like he was drinking water the whole time. I don't think he offered to buy her. I feel like she might have paid for her own drink. Or TLC paid for her drink.
Well, listen.
But anyway, the point is
Tyray shouldn't be dating anyway because we know he broke as hell and he could hardly afford his damn lifestyle. He probably can't afford the girl a drink. Okay. So
look, what he over here offering trips and stuff. What you talking about?
He said it. He said it. You know what? Actually, when he said that, I said, if this man don't shut the hell up, he trying to wait till he get this tip. He trying to wait till he get this check in the mail. Like, girl, you want to go on a trip, girl?
Woo! So Carmella sits down. She's like, oh my God, this is so crazy. And he's like, yeah, this is like a mind fuck, and he's just dumbfounded because she's so pretty in person. But he's also hurt because it's Carmella's face, but it's not the Carmella he fell in love with.
The Carmella you fell in love with was a gold digger.
And she might have been but okay. So he recaps his whole story for her as far as him being catfish. And she's listening to the story, but she looks a little bored at the same time.
Why did
right. He realizes Carmella's a bit uncomfortable. So then he wants to ask her,
let me make her more uncomfortable.
Right. Do you know anything about what was going on in Barbados? Do you know what had happened and who it was? And she's just like, no, you told me. You made me aware that someone else was using my pictures.
This is what bothers me about Tyray. This is what bothers, because you know that. But you wanted to come meet the girl of the face that you fell in love with. So hoping maybe there could possibly be some love connection. And you can't even buy the bitch a drink. Good luck.
Well, he asked her if she had anything to do with it, and she denies having any knowledge. He talks about how hurt he is. Production asked Carmella why she came, and she's not really sure her damn self. Maybe for the free drink.
For the exposure.
For the free drink. Because look, you already know this wasn't my type of day. Not a damn appetizer.
It was for the exposure. I want to check out her TikTok.
Or
her IG. I want to see what her following is now.
Right. But she also admits, or you need to go look at the escort page, see how many people done called her. But anyway.
Well, that ain't Carmella.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They want to see the real Carmella.
Oh. Yeah, so she does admit that she feels sorry for him. She wishes him love and happiness. Now, he gives her the candle because he feels like they're vibing. And I said, Tyray. And then he asked if she's in a relationship. And she's like, I'm just doing me. I just, and it was so funny. She was like, if I find that person along the way. And I was like, that means it's not you, Tyray. That means it's not you. You're not that person. So, but he actually suggests that they stay in touch and suggests they hang out sometimes. And he's happy he finally got some closure. And then he walks her to her Uber and doesn't even open the door for her. And she leaves. I noticed it was a lot of things that I was like, Tyray, there should be no reason why, and maybe Nels is right. Maybe you don't have much experience dating, but it was bad. It was so many things that I was like, you could have been the nicest. And I like people off their personality. Hence why I put Tyray. But that would have been such a turnoff to me that you just didn't hit anything as far as like romanticism, what's the chivalry, there was nothing. Your thoughts, Nels?
You know how I feel.
What? She should give him a chance and
I don't even want to see Tyray on my screen no more. Okay. There was no need for this scene at all. Okay. At all. Only for people that like to watch it like you.
We love you, Tyray.
Fuckery. Dempsey, she finally gets home, sees her Valentine's surprise.
It was cute.
Huh?
It was cute. Statler got that. She be done charmed. She's good if that's why she gets so much.
That's why she for the streets.
Yeah, that's why she for the streets, because she's one of those. And I hate it because if she was a guy, that's the worst. The ones that make you feel like you're everything, do all this other shit. And they hoes. In real life. They do it for everybody. You
know what? The scene though, the end, it made me want to look up Dempsey's sign. So basically she is simply in shock because she says they've been together for 24/7. She don't even know when she found time to pull this off. She said, but it's the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for her. And Statler is super nervous to put herself out there and let her know, that she wants to move there. That's all we keep on hearing.
Right.
This is the motive.
She wants to make sure she ain't got to pay rent next month. That is what.
Exactly. But my thing is, boo, you realize when you move, you gonna have to pay.
She gives me the vibe she'll just leave everything and go, just come as she is. She gives me that vibe. She'll bring her insects, but that's about it.
So, Statler did actually do good. She got her a thoughtful gift this time. That she knew she would like. She said that she got her mushroom earrings that were made from mushrooms because she knows she loves mushrooms.
Oh,
instead of getting
a
bug gift like she likes. And Dempsey, she says she feels super special, but she's also nervous by her intensity. That she may have something planned. I said, oh, look at you on your toes, girl. Okay. Mm-hmm. Statler lets her know that her feelings for, you said what?
She's not a girl crazy.
Mm-hmm. Statler lets her know that her feelings for her have increased. And she wasn't expecting things to go as well as they have, and told her that she loves her. And I felt like she was actually waiting for Dempsey to say it back. She's like, so Dempsey, she finally said it back. Mm-hmm. And I mean, literally, Statler went in for the kill. Like, soon as she said, she's like, well, basically, since we love each other.
Love each other.
how you feel about me moving over here to England.
And I hate
Miss
to say it,
you.
I think that you called her on that. I think you said that last review. You were like, she's just doing this because she wants to move in with her,
Mhm,
and it's not genuine, or it's not. And I
mhm.
was like, yeah,
She didn't even wait. She didn't even.
yeah. Nels had a point. Nels had a point.
So Dempsey told her, you know what, boo? Yes, I do love you. I do care about you, but really, I want to take things slow. We both made some mistakes in the past, moving too fast, and I don't want to do that again. So she suggests that, she get her own place, maybe not too far from her, live there about 6 months, and then maybe they move in together. And Statler is really not here for it. She's like, yeah, what's the point of that?
Statler was not feeling that.
She was like,
She was like, she was
when I'm all
hitting the
in, I'm
Kirsten.
all in.
What are we doing this for? Why would I move all the way over here and then live separately? She was not feeling it.
Dempsey was like, we still have things we need to learn about each other. She was like, for one, I never knew that you cheated. I don't care how long ago it was. I just found out a few days ago, but I know that that's something in you. She said that she doesn't know anything about what happened with her ex.
Mm.
She was like, if there's anything still between them, if they spoke, then Statler let her know that they spoke like a month ago. And Dempsey was like, okay.
Can I say I respect her honesty though?
Yeah, I respect her. Well, it was going to come out anyway, because guess what? It's on the show.
Right.
So sometimes I really don't know if they're being honest to be honest, or if they know that
They know it's going to come out eventually.
Exactly. Right? So Dempsey said that, yeah, they spoke a month ago. And she told her that she was coming to see her girlfriend. And apparently she wanted to pick her up from the airport, stay in a hotel together to get some closure. And Dempsey is like, yeah, it went all downhill from there.
Right. I was like, I would have been pissed that you fucked up my Valentine's Day like that.
She's like, yeah, I don't even know this girl. She was like, I understand why my daddy said what he said. Look, she ain't say it, but she said it. She's like, it's a no for me.
Right. She's like, that pussy needs sage. You gotta, you done been through some things, Statler. I'm sorry. Now, Sheila and David. Post Sheila, I mean, we all feel bad for Sheila. As we know, she lost her mom. And it looks like her and David and Amy are all getting together because David wants to continue to work on her communication for the rest of the trip or whatever. And although Sheila can be jealous, he's hoping that Sheila will begin to open up and communicate a little more easily. So he asked her how she feels after the funeral, and Sheila said it was hard for her to accept losing her mother, and says she can't forget the way she felt. Now, I absolutely believe Sheila. I absolutely do. But I know that I just knowing the 90 Day Fiancé crowd, there are going to be some people out there
Some
that
people out there, not over here.
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
I don't feel like she wants his money.
Did you listen? I don't think she wants his money, but she said it herself. She wants a better life, and she don't want to die poor like her mom. So it sounds like she might need to move is what she said.
See, that breaks my heart because that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that, but I'm sure that people that watch this episode, their opinion changed about Sheila. I absolutely know that for a fact.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was a lot of money to fix their roof, and I would have thought
it was but it was only $1,700 US, right?
Yeah.
That's I guess I understand. That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money to us.
It's not a lot of money to us, but I would have thought over there it would have been cheaper. I would have thought
that is cheap for there. Over here, it would have cost you 100K.
100,000
pesos or something like that. Yeah,
that still sounds like a lot in pesos. 100,000 in pesos.
Well, because they're gutting the whole house. Jupiter.
Guess what? Ain't nobody tell you to gut the whole house. You talking about the stairs, boo.
Okay, so let me get into it because we're jumping ahead. It
should have been a few $100s. Had it been a few $100s, he might have said yeah.
So basically, Sheila is still dealing with the pain of losing her mom and the way that she lost her. So she feels like she wants to get the house renovated. So then all of a sudden, you see Amy. She asked Amy, how much does he make a month? She want to know, and then she's already set up an appointment with a contractor at her house for David and Amy to go over with her.
Well, honestly, so I felt the way you're saying it, I felt like that, but then it sounded like maybe they previously had a conversation where
No,
David.
I think they had a conversation.
Okay,
I do. I don't think she set him up with the okie doke. However, obviously he's deaf and he doesn't know is not familiar with the language. So Jupiter was like, "Oh, he's American? Boom, we need to knock this down, do this." And I definitely saw Jupiter's eyes light up and was like, "I'm about to take."
And that's why I feel that they overcharged him.
Okay, I can see that.
Out of it, you know what she should have said? Oh, we might have to find another contractor, and maybe he would have changed his price.
Well, we learned that David only makes $800 a week. And he even says he thinks Sheila thinks that he makes a lot of money and he doesn't. He's like, I work 2 jobs, I got my own bills to pay. So
he works 2 jobs and only make $800 a week with the 2 jobs.
Guess so. So basically he's like, we need to talk about the reality of our finances. So then they end up going to a little bar down where the Honda cars be at. Shout out to Funky Dineva. And hopes that he can make her feel better. So his head is just turning, looking at all the ladies. I definitely saw his head turning, but I think he was just observing, because they do that every scene. Like when he gets somewhere and he's observing his environment, though the sound goes black, like you just hear crickets, and like you just see like they just do his view of what's going on. So, but anyway, Sheila sees him looking and is like, "Oh, so you like what you see?" And Amy was just, he's like, "I was looking at their faces."
Yeah, that would have made me be an asshole.
But he does, I love that he didn't even entertain the argument. He was like, I'm not about
he knows she upset already, but
right. So then she switches gears and wants to bring up the house. She wants to know how he's going to get the money. David tells her it's expensive. He can't pay for it all. He works 2 jobs and has his own bills. And Sheila said that, she's basically embarrassed to even be asking him because he's done so much already. Now, Sheila said that she hasn't worked since the pandemic. Red flag. David offers to help.
It was hard to find work after the pandemic. Don't do that. Don't do that to her.
Jasmine said that too.
Although when he offered to help her find work, he was like, "I can send you money and help you find work." That's when she was like, I was like, girl.
She said that life doesn't sound soft.
That's why I'm saying, yeah, I don't blame nobody for their opinions changing of her right now.
So Sheila says that if he can't afford it, don't force it. And David senses that she's a little upset, and Sheila asks if he thinks she just wants his money, and lets him know via Amy that she doesn't.
No. It was her that asked him if she thinks, because he asked how she's feeling. And she said, "Oh, like, you may think that I just want your money." And he said no. But it took him a while to say it.
Yes, it did. And then Sheila realizes that David doesn't have the money to support her and John real. So her mother dying poor, as Nell said, has made her realize that she wants a better life for herself and her son, and David might not be it. She's no longer doing it for love.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Before the 90 Days, season, what did I say, 6, episode 11. If you have not already, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure that y'all drop down in the comments as well. Let us know if there's anything that you would like us to consider to review, because, we're here for you. We're of service. But yes, and please make sure that you're not that type of service. And
nobody serving.
We're not Statler out here. And please make sure that you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and IG. And we just want to thank you guys for all your support. And catch us next week. Again, I told y'all got son birthday activities going on, so it might be a little bit behind, but we'll get caught up, and we appreciate you just bearing with us as we close out the summer season. But we love you guys, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.